Next guest, sitting next to Jessica, is Dr. Morton Cooper. He has spent most of the show listening to our guests in the audio booth. You are a voice doctor, and you've written Change Your Voice, Change Your Life, Stop Committing Voice Suicide. What is it with her voice and what can be done?
She has an excellent prognosis to overcome the problem. The medical field says it's hopeless, and they don't understand spasmodic dysphonia. It's called a strangled voice, or the choked voice is coming from the lower throat.
Yeah, you hear people with that occasionally.
And it's all over the dial if you really listen to it. It should be placed up in the face, around the lips and nose, where all good and great voices come from. And anybody in the audience can produce the spastic or strangled voice by letting all the air out and trying to count to 50. I wouldn't ask them to do that because they're all...
But you could, if you wanted to sound like her, let your air out of your...
That's right.
Cavity and count to 60.
Right. Now, there are cures of this, and I've been reporting cures from UCLA Medical Center, from Mayo Clinic, from top doctors in the country for 25 years. And her experience is not anything strange. Patients go from one doctor to the other. They tell them it's reflux, acid from the stomach going up to the vocal folds. That's why they're hoarse. That's why they're losing the voice. That's poppycock. Right. They're losing the voice because you're talking deep throat. And I'm going to change the voice for her if I'm allowed to.
So we hope that you're going to be able to do that. In the break, we'll meet someone whose voice you've really changed when we return. Jessica, since you have that problem, for you to meet the Reverend James Johnson. And naturally, if you're a reverend, you got a real problem if you don't have a good voice. And just like you, the Reverend went a lot of places to a lot of doctors. In fact, the Mayo Clinic in 1986 said there was no cure for what he had. And he is a minister. He's in church. Speaking is his life. And he went to the good doctor. And today, what has happened to you?
Well, since I've been out to Los Angeles and worked with Dr. Cooper in 1986, my voice has returned and has been stronger than ever.
See? So that's great, great. How long did it take?
I worked for 4 weeks, 6 days a week, in an intensive therapy because I was kind of limited in my time to be out there.
Now, we don't all have that kind of time to do that. I wonder if you could start working on some of the people we brought here today. I guess that almost everybody agrees that Jill and Jill agrees. What could you do with Jill?
Can I show?
Sure.
All right. Jill, would you stand up? Are you ready?
I don't know.
Oh, I love that voice, sweet. I want you to say no like you mean no. Somebody has romantically approached you, and you mean no. I want you to say no to me.
No.
It's getting better. Say it like you really mean no.
No.
Now say it lower. No.
No.
There's a voice. Count 1 to 5 with that lower-pitched voice.
1.
No, don't go soft. I want it louder. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Say no.
No.
Say it lower.
No.
Now take your finger over here. Everybody in the audience can do it. It's called the C-spot. It brings your real voice either lower or higher. And I want you to go ah.
Ah.
Now, say ah.
Ah.
That's it. Again.
Ah.
That's your real voice. It's slower. Raise both hands above your head. Straight up. Say no.
No.
Ah, do you hear the change in voice? Goes lower. Now you can practice those simple exercises. You understand? You raise your hand.
But how does she get from no? Try counting again. Because
she has to do it no 1, no 2. Try it. No.
No.
Say 1.
1.
Don't go up. Go down. No 1.
No 1.
No 2.
No 2.
How do you like that?
We'll be right back. Hey, Dr. Cooper, could you work with Attila now? Someone wants to make their voice lower, and is that the same thing that she was doing? Would it work that way?
My techniques work for high, low, anything that
Well, then
goes.
let's take someone with a low voice, if that's all right. Let's go with Wanda. All right. I mean, I was asking you if it was the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you
no, we're going to do something else here.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Count 1 to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. I want you to say to the back of the audience, really, like you're very angry. Say that like this. Really.
Really?
No, I want you to say it as low as you can and force it down. Really.
Really?
All right. I'm going to press on his midsection. Can I do that? I want you to raise both hands above your head. Straight hand up, straight up. Okay, straight. I want you to say ah.
Ah.
There's his voice. Again?
Ah.
Now say ah one.
Ah, one.
There's his voice. Again, try it again. Ah.
Ah, one.
Now count 1, 2.
1, 2.
Once it go up, I want you to say ah.
Ah.
Ah. Say it as low as you can. Ah.
Ah.
He's taking a beating there.
He's tough, but he's... Wait. We're going to do something else. I want him to bend over. I want him to bend over. I want you to bend over. I want you to put your head down flat. I want you to say ah.
Ah.
Again.
Ah.
Do you hear the voice comes down lower when he does that? It's breaking the body armor using the C spot. Say right.
Right.
Do you hear the difference? Say no.
No. Yes.
Now say it even lower. No.
No.
Let's go to Wanda. Wanda, let's go to Wanda.
Can I say something first? I thank God for people like that.
People who care. I agree.
Because unless you've ever went through it, even in the hotel that you put us up in last night.
Wanda, before I stop you, most people think I'm a man on the phone, and you know what? It's made me a lot of money. So let's go. Go ahead.
Are you ready? Okay. I want you to hum the first bar of Happy Birthday. Hum it. Don't sing it like this. Or do it this way. Okay. Now it's all the way down in the lower throat. I want you to say this like you sincerely agree with what I said. Don't say it down here. I want you to say it up here so it resonates. It's right down lower throat. All right, Wanda, you know the test. Put both hands above your head and say, Now her voice wants to go up. If you listen, say, Let's go. Now do it this way. There's your voice again. That's it. Now say, my. Say it louder, my.
My
Now say, name is Wanda.
name is Wanda.
There's her voice. It's coming out higher.
So, tell me what you're doing. What can we learn at home to do? We have two people in our audience. This young lady is one of them. How would we work on our voice at home? What's the first thing we do?
Very simple techniques I have come up with called the C spot. So if you're talking too high, you take your finger and you put it at the bottom of the breastbone and you go, and the voice basically will come down. And if you're talking like Wanda too low, it basically goes up. Or you raise your hands above your head and you break what is called the body armor. The individuals are accustomed to using a certain range, so if you do something different with them, you get the voice to come out in the face where all good and great voices come from. Wanda is talking in the lower throat, and the others are talking in the nose. And the voice should be placed around the lips and nose where all good and great voices come from. So when I'm talking this way, you hear this voice. But I used to talk like that. When I went to, I talked like that. Yeah, that was a very good voice. And when I asked for a date, the young lady would say, get lost.
Well, this has nothing to do with regional accents, though.
No, you can change the accent by changing the voice.
Okay.
And the other point is, you get diaphragmatic breathing, and it's very quick to learn it the way I teach it. And you lie on your back, you put one hand on your stomach, one hand on your chest, and you breathe in just the way you do when you go to bed. And that's called diaphragmatic breathing. Now, you don't have to make a federal case of it. It's so simple. Then you do it standing, you do it sitting, and then you support the voice when you're talking. Otherwise, you can't talk, and you get a strangled voice.
Talk to me again the way you used to talk.
This is Morty Cooper, testing 1, 2, 3.
I love it. We'll be right back.